Hey guys, Pipe Leisure here. Just going to do a quick little sign in here just to show you I'm out in the shop today doing some pipe restoration work. So some of you guys have been asking to see my little setup here. It's nothing crazy, but it works. I've been doing pipe restoration work now for probably a couple of years, off and on, but I've recently kind of tooled myself back up and got back into it. Just a quick little housekeeping before I show you my my little setup. Just a little stand well with a chocolate cream acrylic inlay there. That's very, very nice. I like it a lot. Nice plateauing on the top. I love the rough plateau on the tops of these of the bowls here. They're it's a very nice feature. It's got kind of a sandblast restoration there. It's very comfortable, very light. It's a great pipe to be, to work out in the shop with, because it's very light. It's very easy to clinch. And in it, a little bit of Boswell's raspberry cream. It's not that bad. It's okay. I don't know if I put it in my top 5, but it's a pretty good aromatic. It's not their best, but I like it. It's good for working out in the shop. Alright guys, I'll give you a little tour here just to show you some of the tools that I use on some of these pipes. It's nothing crazy, just some of the stuff that I use, stuff that works good for me, might not work good for everybody else, but it's stuff that I collected over the years that works very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around on the iPad, and so I can show you guys what's going on here. We'll be right back when we flip the camera around. Alright guys, here's my little workshop. I apologize for the mess, but I'll show you guys real quick. Just some pipes I'm working on here, some old estates that I get off of eBay and whatnot. Kind of bring them back to life and usually resell them. There's a couple little things I'm working on. We won't go through them all because it'll take too much time. We'll make this a short video. I gotta have a little bit of music in the shop, a little bit of Pandora. Got a speaker there, and I have a little speaker on that side. This here is that's my Bunsen burner. That's for when I'm doing any type of restaining, redying. I usually I'll coat the briar with the dye, and I burn it off. Burns the alcohol off, and it sets the stain right into the briar. Very nice. Works out very good. I'll shut that off. That's what I use for that. That works out nice. Let's see. Where should we start? My dyes that I use actually down here. I use Fiebing's leather dye. Various shades, various colors. Russet. I got dark red, tan, black, light brown, dark brown, medium brown, mahogany, and maroon, and chocolate. So those are my dyes. I got a vast array of dyes here. I can match almost any color, pretty close. I use this for cleaning old briar, old pipes that come in. If I want to just clean the dirt off of them, I put some of this on a rag. This stuff works excellent. Murphy's oil soap, very good for wood. Grain alcohol for cleaning, stems. Soak a pipe cleaner in this stuff, and you can. It works very well. Cleaning inside of bowls. It's 190 proof. Actually, I can't even buy this stuff in Massachusetts. I gotta go to Rhode Island to get it. I can't buy it in Mass for some reason. It's illegal. Denatured alcohol for if I have to adjust the color of a stain. I keep saying stain. It's not really a stain. It's a dye. But if I have to adjust a little bit, I can add a little denatured alcohol and lighten the dye up a little bit. What else do we have under here? I got some shipping supplies that I use on my boxes. When my pipes are done, I ship them out. Down here, I got an extra Dremel. Heat gun. Gotta have a heat gun. This one is actually adjustable for different heat settings. I use this heat gun for staining. I keep saying staining. It's actually dyeing. I'll heat the briar up with a heat gun slightly. It opens the pores up in the briar a little bit. Allows for a little better penetration of the dye, I find. And I also use it for fixing loose stems, which I'll show you a little kit that I use in a minute for that. But the heat gun works good for that. You can also use like hot water. I find a heat gun works pretty good, especially the adjustable. If you can find a heat gun with adjustable heat settings, it gives you a little more control over what you want to do. I recommend that. Dremel for buffing small areas and stuff. Works out nice. This is actually a flex. It actually goes up to the Dremel, which is up there hanging. It's nice. It keeps it off the bench. Actually, I got it on bungees, and it's on a rod like that on my ceiling. So I just got it hanging like that. It works out nice. One less thing on the bench except for this, but this doesn't take up much room on the bench, so I'm not really worried about that. And you always have to have your tamper close by when you're working on pipes. Okay, this drawer here, first drawer. I'll show you guys this first. This is the kit I was telling you about. This is what I use for tightening loose stems, which I get quite a bit of loose stems in. This is the kit that I use. All it is basically these small little tapered dowels. It's small diameter on one end and gradually gets bigger towards the other end. What you do is you heat the end of the stem up that goes into the pipe, and you lightly press these in as after it's heated, and you gradually press this in, and it actually expands the vulcanite or whatever material you're trying to expand, and it works out pretty good. You just got to go a little at a time because you can easily ruin a stem with this, so you got to be careful. But these work out very nice. Nice little kit. This stuff is tough to do with one hand, I tell you. Put that back in there. I'll put that back in the bag after. Just various little buffing wheels and whatnot. Kinds of little buffing wheels. Files. Got more buffing wheels in here. Different abrasives, different. These are good for cleaning. If you want to wire brush an old rusticated bowl, this gets into all the little grooves really nice. Cleans out all the dirt and grum that builds up over the years. Different different little wire wheels and whatnot. Some of this stuff works very, very well, depending on what application you want to use it for. This is my Reamer Kit. God, it's tough to open this stuff with one hand. I don't know how you guys do it. It's the Reamer Kit that I use. Basically, these reamers, just different diameters. They vary in size. It's the smallest. They get gradually bigger. And these just fit into the handle. Just a square little slot there that these slide into. And works out very well for reaming those cakes out. These work very good. They're not sharp. They're kind of dull, which is what you want. You don't want these things. You don't want them digging into the briar. You'd want to just very, very lightly just scrape that cake out of there. Looks out very nice. So that's my Reamer Kit. Next drawer over. Let's see what we got here in this drawer. Different buffing wheels. Actually, we'll go through with the buffers first before we get into that. I got two different buffers here. This is Triple E. We work our way down Triple E, then we go to White Diamond. This is just carnauba wax on here, and this one is just a cleaning wheel. Just for a final cleaning, buff off any excess carnauba. Give it that last little final buff before it's done. Usually one of the last steps. After the pipe hits this, it's pretty much to be shipped out. Last step. And we've got our Triple E here. This is the Triple E, White Diamond. These are the carnauba waxes. They're both the same. And we got some beeswax, which is great for lubricating tight stems. Very nice for that. So this drawer is just various buffing wheels, different materials. Like I'll probably use this one, the harder wheel for buffing any metals like bands and whatnot that are on shanks. You know, stainless steel, or maybe God, I can't think. God, I can't. I'm losing my mind here. Stainless steel and sterling silver bands and stuff like that. Down here we have our abrasive drawer. These are all our abrasives, all our sandpapers. You know, we have 1500, that's usually the final. 1000, which you hit before that. 800. And then you get into the little bit rougher papers here. You get 400. I'm not going to take them all out. 150, 220. Put those back in there. Different sanding sticks. Hold on. This is tough to do with one hand, guys. Different sanding sticks. Can't talk. For working on stems. These are nice for sanding out tooth marks and stuff like that, you know. These work great. Nail files. Steal them from your wife or your girlfriend. There's more under here, I think. Where'd they all go? Anyway, I got a bunch of them, but there's different grits. This is a 220 and a 320. That's the same. Where's all the other ones? Must be under here. Oh, they're under here. Here they are. Apologize for this video guide. It's a little shaky. What's we got here? 400, 600. That's the same, just a little bit wider. But these also work great for sanding stems and doing final sandings, and they're flexible, so work out very nice. Some extra sanding belts for the sticks, Scotch-Brites, different little. I mean, I cut paper up and make little easy to use applications like this, little pieces. Yeah, so that's the abrasive drawer. What's this drawer? Okay, this is just all different pipe cleaners. You know, we got the long ones for the church wardens. These are nice. These have these are kind of abrasive. They have little I forget what you call them. They're like little bristles that are actually inside the entwined inside the pipe cleaner. Gives it a little bit extra abrasive action. Those are nice. Gotta have masking tape. Masking off shanks when you're buffing the stems out. You want to, of course, you want to buff them on the pipe. That way you don't round over any edges and, you know, create any uneven surfaces. So, gotta have some masking tape for that. Works out nice. That's about it, guys. Like I said, it's a little bit of a mess. I don't think I forgot anything here. Now that I pulled everything out of the drawers, I have to put everything back. But that's about it. My mess. Spent a lot of time down in the garage here in the shop. If you guys ever need anything done, just let me know. Shoot me a message in the comments. You know, we can work something out. If you guys want a pipe done, you know, I give really good discounts for my subscribers. Don't worry about that. Be really cheap. But yeah, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, just shoot me a comment down below. We'll talk about it. Like I said, a lot of these tools work good for me, but it might not work good for everybody else. Everybody has their own certain ways of doing things, you know. These are just some of the things that I use that work out good for me, and I get very good results. So, alright guys, little pan around in my garage. Got the snow blower there, pellets, the wife's car, more pellets. Gotta stock up. This is New England, man. It gets cold around here. You gotta stock up on pellets. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.